All right, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me about Julie and the Phantoms. I'm going to be sort of directing questions individually so we can make the whole Zoom thing work. So, Booboo, let me start with you. I'm going to have to do my best when I talk to Kenny in a bit, not to turn into Chris Farley. Like, I'm such awe of his talent and what he's done. You've worked with him more than once. What is a Kenny Ortega set like? So give me the scoop.
It's everything I feel like you would want it to be, plus some. It's really like an inviting place. He treats everybody with the same amount of respect. He will randomly break out into a song, which then everybody joins in on. And it's fun. It's very collaborative. And it's just, I don't know, he's a magical person. I feel like magical is the best way to describe him.
Yeah.
And he's brilliant, and it shows through the work. And yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for confirming and not destroying my dream.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what you want it to be.
All right, Cheyenne, let me ask you this. I thought that it's interesting. He's very much the antagonist, but I thought it was very interesting that he's not, you don't do like a mustache twirling villain, which makes him more powerful when you actually reveal what he's up to. Could you talk about sort of getting that across? Because it makes him more and more interesting than just, when you're 3 steps ahead of what your character is going to do.
Right. What was important to me and Kenny in creating Caleb was not answering those questions for the audience. So that there is something sinister, that there is some connection that he has with this band. Why is he obsessed with the band so much? What is his relationship with Booboo, with Willie like? Why is there this hierarchy? What does he have on him? Those are interesting questions that as an actor, I could come up with something, but I think that is what lends itself to the mystery and less of the mustache twirling, as you said. I mean, obviously he's campy and he's bigger than life and he's a showman and loves all of the costumes and all that. But there's a sadness and there's a pain and there's a longing that I want to uncover more.
Cool. Let me ask you this, because I'm from Puerto Rico, so I've only gotten to go to Broadway a couple of times. But one of the times that I did get to go was seeing you in Xanadu, and given that you've worked with Mr. Ortega, have you ever swapped Xanadu stories at all, or not at all?
It's funny you say that, because Kenny saw me in Xanadu, and I didn't know him then. I did not know that he choreographed the film of Xanadu until recently. I'm kind of glad that I didn't know that, because I would have been too fanny, like you're going to be when you talk to him later.
It's going to be my inner monologue.
But he has a story for everything. And the thing that is great about him, and as you'll see, he's not jaded. He has worked with Madonna and Michael Jackson, but he still is so inspired by a Madison, a 17-year-old unknown who, that's as Booboo said, the magic of Kenny.
That's awesome to hear. So Booboo, let me ask you this, because you get to skate, you get to join in the choreography, but are you comfortable when it's time to do that slow-mo reveal, take the helmet off, close up? I mean, is that more difficult than any of the other stuff that you have to do on camera?
Yes, actually 100% yes. It's definitely the most difficult.
How do you get through it?
No, it's funny you say that. Like, the first time they had mentioned that, I thought they were joking. I literally thought they were joking. And I was like, oh my, how is this going to work? And, Kenny has a vision, and it totally, like, it's seen from the eyes of Alex. And that's love at first sight. There it is. And I'm glad that moment's in there, actually. It's a really nice moment that just automatically takes these 2 strangers and just goes like, there's something here.
All right, so my last question will be for Cheyenne. Let me ask you this. Is it different? I mean, you're a pro in terms of musicals and everything, but I just wonder, is it a different sort of performing a number when you have to break it up for the different angles as opposed to when you go through it completely? It's sort of you get to flex a different set of musical muscles, I guess, is the question.
Yeah, it is tough. It's tougher to do a movie musical than to do a musical because you're doing it sometimes 60 times. And from every single angle, you want to give it the same energy and you want to give it the same pop. And even though the vocals are pre-recorded, you're still singing live. You're still seeing the muscles and everything work. So yeah, we would, in between setups and stuff, they would be like wringing out my shirt and drying it and giving me a new shirt. And also Kenny gives so much energy. He's in the back of the room, like hyping you up. So you have to like, you don't think you have one left in you, you got to match it or like, yeah.
All right. And actually, I'm out of here. So pleasure talking to you guys. Wish me luck. I'm going to be able to ask questions. I mean, wish me luck. All right.
You got this. You got this. He's the best.
Thank you so much, guys. Stay healthy.